Hello YouTube and welcome to my updated channel. I realize that I have been absent for a very long time, and before I start my new video I'd like to talk about some things. As you guys know, or some of you don't know, I have a very busy schedule in real life where I practice sports, go to university, etc. and all that other shit. So therefore Pokemon and gaming in general isn't my main occupation. So for the upcoming months, however, I'll have more free time and I'll happily bring you new video materials. Simply because I love Pokemon and gaming in general, and because I love narrating battles. Also, I'd like to grab this opportunity to thank everybody who supported me throughout the past months because they were, very tense for me. Also, I recently achieved 3,000 subscribers. Whoa, 3,000! Yeah, and I'd like to thank every single one of my subscribers. Even though I couldn't have reached this point without the support and help of my closest friends on YouTube, so I'd like to thank them as well. The people who I direct this to will know that this message is meant for them. Second, I'd like to talk about the stuff I'm going to bring you guys in the next couple of months. On top of my list are, of course, Wi-Fi battles. I must note that I'll be doing a lot of more 4th gen battles for the time being, since I'm having some issues with recording the 5th gen battles. For all of you 5th gen lovers, don't be afraid because I'll have a couple of 5th gen battles up my sleeve as well. Next I'll be doing Dual Narrations together with my good friend Mephistopheles every week. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, please scroll down my latest uploads for more information. These dual narrations will be up to promote other Pokemon Wi-Fi battlers on YouTube who are less popular but deserve way more attention than they get right now. Summarized, this is an easy way to get your channel promoted, so to those of you who are interested to get their battle duel narrated by myself and Mephistopheles, please check out the announcement about that in my latest uploads. So I'll be bringing you about 3 to 4 battles a week, depending how busy I am. Now, third and last, I'd like to thank the person who made my new background for my channel. I'm talking about my good friend Andrea, also known as Red Rose Raid on YouTube. I'll leave the link to his channel in the video description. He's going to upload Pokemon Wi-Fi battles as well in the near future, and I'm pretty sure that he'll become one of the best, so if you haven't checked him out yet, please do so and give him a subscription. If I forgot to thank someone else, then I apologize in beforehand, but yeah, I think I've said all, and all that remains now is the announcement for my next video, which is a battle against TrueVanity from Smogon, and I hope you enjoy. Hello YouTube, today I'm going to bring you another Wi-Fi battle, and this is a Wi-Fi battle against TrueVanity, a player I met at Smogon. I'm going to start off with my Leadus Elf, and this Leadus Elf isn't like the other Leadus Elves. Basically because it's Choice Bandit, and you don't expect a Choice Bandit Ace Elf every time you see one. So for this reason, most of the lead Ace Elves carry Fire Blast, so I was expecting him to switch out or set up Stealth Rocks, but instead he goes for a Bullet Punch. So I U-turn out, I go into my Hades, my Heatran, and I was considering setting up the Stealth Rocks myself, but even though that he didn't set up Stealth Rocks of his own, I just figured that it would be a good thing to go for the Fire Blast straight away, maybe expecting some sweeper to come in that I can hit hard with a stab Fire Blast. He has Gyarados out on the field now, and I know that my Celebi can pretty much wall this Gyarados completely. And yeah, obviously he can't stay in because Dragon Dancing wouldn't be any use, and he switches out as I predicted, going into his Electivivor, and I take this opportunity to set up the Leech Seed. Luckily I hit this Electivivor because I really have no exact counter for Electivivor on this team. So I was either predicting a Flamethrower, Fire Punch, or a Hidden Power Ice or Ice Punch, something like that on my Celebi. So I switched out into my Heatran, who can take really everything of that move I listed, and he's going to go for an Earthquake, and now I'm going to reveal my Shock Berry. And yeah, after the Flash Fire boost, the Stab Fire Blast is definitely going to finish off this Electiviver. And I'm just going to go for it, go for a Fire Blast. It hits, luckily for me, because I wouldn't be able to take another Earthquake. And yeah, that's a dead Electiviver, and luckily for me, because it would have been a threat to my team. Now he's going to switch out into his Scizor. For some strange and odd reason, he doesn't decide to switch out his Scizor against the Heatran. Actually, I was thinking that he would be going for the Bullet Punch, but unfortunately he doesn't. Unfortunately for him, that is. Now I'm predicting the obvious Bullet Punch because he doesn't want his Metagross to die as well to a Stab Fire Blast. So I switch out into my Celebi, who can both wall this Metagross and the Gyarados, which you've seen earlier. Now either predicting a switch or the Stealth Rock setting up by this Metagross, I'm going to go for a Leech Seed because after a Leech Seed I basically know that this Metagross can't do a thing against me because I'm physically bold. And yeah, this Celebi is packed with Grass Knot and Hidden Power Fire, so I'm predicting actually a Explosion, because in this 4th generation Explosions attack, not Explosions attack, but when I'm using an Explosion in the 4th generation, the defense of the defending Pokemon is halved in the 4th generation, but this isn't in the 5th generation, so Explosion would have been able to do a huge amount of damage to my Celebi. So I've been talking way too much now. I went out into my Azelf as a father, but unfortunately he didn't go for the Explosion. So I'm going to go into my Suicune now. He went out into a what's it called, Infernape. To make things short, I'm going to switch into my Suicune while he switches back into Gyarados. And when looking at my move pool of Suicune, I really saw that I didn't have Hidden Power Electric, so that kind of sucked for me because I took the wrong Suicune, which was unfortunate. But yeah, obviously I can't stand against this Gyarados, so I'm going to go back into Celebi. Celebi can wall this Gyarados all day, and yeah, something strange really happened here. He has Dragon Dance and the Ice Beam, which kind of surprised me. Not sure if that is a mistake made into Pokesaving, but it's quite funny actually, because this guy I met at Smogon, and most of the Smogonites carry Ice Fang, maybe, even that's seldomly seen. However, I take this opportunity to set up my Leech Seed once again, because I really want to stall out this Gyarados. He's going to go for an Ice Beam again, not sure why it's pointless. It's going to do the same amount of damage after a Dragon Dance, while I'm going to take this opportunity to set up a Grass Knot, and after Leech Seed and recover, I'm going to be back at a respectable amount of health. So, which you can see right here. And I think after this move he's going to switch out because he knows he can't lay a scratch on my Celebi. And he's going to go into Infernape. And Infernape is really kind of a threat to my team, because at this point I really didn't know what kind of Celebi this was, what kind of Infernape this was. It could either be a Life Orb, Choice Scarfed, Expert Belt, a lot of varieties are seen, but in this case I know the best thing I can do is switch out into my Suicune, because if it decides to over predict and thinks that I'm going to switch out, he's going to go for a close combat. And I'm going to go into my Suicune because it's Bold Nature, max HP, and it's really, as you saw right there, it didn't do a thing. And now I thought that he was Choice Scarfed in some way, but apparently he's Expert Belted. So I'm going to take this opportunity to switch back into my Celebi, but unfortunately for me, he goes for U-turn. Yeah, at this point I saw a Starmie, and I have seen his entire team right now, which is good for me because now I know that I can go for a sweep with my late game sweeper, which is my Jolteon. But first I need to see that I can bring in my Jolteon safely. So what I'm going to do here is sacrifice one of my Pokemon, my Azelf, because it really can't do a thing against Starmie or Gyarados or anything else on the team he's got left right now. So I think fathering Starmie is a good thing for me, so now I can bring in Jolteon safely, and Jolteon can really kill everything with Stab Thunderbolt, Choice Spec Stab Thunderbolt. So he decides to go into his Metagross, and Metagross is going to be 2-hit KO with a Stab Thunderbolt. Stab Thunderbolt, yeah, is really good. But first of all, you need to scout the entire team, because if your opponent has something that resists the electric attack moves, then you're basically done for with Jolteon, because it can be easily countered. But since I've seen his entire team, I know that this Infernape isn't scarfed. I was really hoping as well that it wouldn't have a priority fighting type move, because yeah, it would have been able to kill me with a critical hit, for instance, and that would have been great. Would have been too great for me. So I'm definitely sure that I'm going to outspeed Gyarados, and Starmie is going to be killed as well by a Stab Thunderbolt. So that was a good game, TrueVanity. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to wait for the question of the day, and I'll hope to see you in my next battle. So see you. Hey guys, so welcome back to our question of the day. I know our last question of the day has been a while ago, I think somewhere in January, the beginning of January, not really sure of that, but yeah, back in January, we were continue our series of question of the days, where I asked you about your favorite new Pokemon in the Black and White Pokédex. And today we are in the grass section. So, what is your new favorite grass type Pokemon of the Black and White region? My favorite one is Whimsicott, or Arifune, for all you Japanese lovers. Simply because I think it's cool, cuddly, and fun. Yeah, and it can be really good with the Mischievous Heart ability, since all priority moves are going to, since all non-attacking moves, that is, are going to become priority with this ability. So we can really be a very interesting Pokemon. So, yeah, what is your favorite grass-type Pokemon in the Unova region? From the Black and White Pokédex. Leave your answer as a reply to this video, and see you in my next battle.